Now hitting third baseman
for
number
Allison.
7, Baylor Boatman.
Gets at first base, and we score again. So we're sitting on 12. Now we go back to the top of the order again, having a little bit of a mound visit.
Pittsburg again coming in here with an 0-10-1 record. Now, again, if you look at Max Preps, there's a couple of games that were not reported. So it could be 0-12-1, or maybe they won one of those games, but I rather doubt it. And just not having a great season.
Yeah, it's just tough. There's the first pitch in for a called strike on Baylor Boatman. I think that was one of those that on a normal game would have been a ball, but that's okay. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, bounces in. Catcher does a good job stopping it, keeping the runner from advancing. So we're at 12. If we score 4 more runs, there's a shot to right field. It's going to be, it is caught. I thought it was going to get over, so that's a good job by the right fielder fighting that sun. So that's an F9 for second out of the inning.
Player number 1, Hannah Speed.
And Hannah Speed coming up, designated hitter. Gets the day off from pitching and working in the field today.
She hit a home run on her first at bat, a ball that didn't look like it was going to get out, but it finally did clear the wall out there.
There's the first pitch in for a strike, and there's the ball. They tried to pick her off and threw it wild and gave up a base. So that's not very wise there. So 0-1 count, but the runner moved up.
We have Hannah now with 12 homers on the season.
I think I heard Dick say something that was a Wildcat, a Lady Cat record. Need to check with that. Next pitch is way high. Catcher did a good job coming out of her crouch just to catch that one.
Well, if that's the case, she's going to shatter that record because she's got a lot more that she's going to hit.
Got a lot of district left and a lot of playoffs, we hope.
Just a junior.
There's a ball shot over third base, line drive, caught by the left fielder. We're going to advance from second to third, and Hannah's got herself a single.
Now hitting number 2, the catcher.
With it not being in this situation, we would have scored there, but Coach Carrillo's playing just base to base here. So now we got the catcher, Shaylee Friddle, up. Let's see if she can move these around. She could send all of them home on one swing. There's a shot down third, just fair, and that's going to play. That gets by the left fielder, so let's see. Again, we're just playing station to station. It's going to be a double for Friddle. That ball was hit hard. Left fielder actually got over there in pretty good shape, but it was hit so hard she couldn't come up with it.
Just inside the third base bag by maybe a foot.
Running at second base number 3,
got
Chloe
another
Johnson.
Chloe Johnson running again for Shaylee.
First baseman number 20, Addison Woodall.
So left-hander Allison Woodall up. Runners at second and third. We got timeout now. What are we doing here?
Coming off the field.
Coming off the field. I don't know what we're doing here. I think what happened there is I think we stepped off of the base intentionally to get an out.
Right.
So Friddle is going to start off the next inning.
Well, she would be at she was at second, wasn't she?
Oh, she was at second. That's
so
right.
Woodall
will start out. So we had to do that several times last year against North Lamar and Paris.
Wow.
So I don't know. We're going to start it right there. I'll just give her the third out right there. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs on that one. They've got 6.
I count 6. So
okay. 6-1. So we got 13-1 going to the top of the third. It's Lady Cats softball
on KSST. Lady Cat Softball on KSST brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Masco Equipment, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, Hooten's Hardware, CPI Technologies, 903 Farm and Feed by the Railroad Tracks and the University Interscholastic League. Lady Cats leading at 13-1 as we go to the top of the third. Pittsburg Lady Pirates will send up the number 9 hitter of the order,
Number 5, the left fielder,
Kenley Willis. Kenley Willis, the left fielder, followed by the leadoff hitter MC Lawton and Madison Smith, the catcher. And first pitch is hit foul into the net behind home plate. It's 0-1. Paisley Brown, the freshman, still in the pitcher's circle for the Lady Cats. Hannah Speed is the designated player here tonight. Kenley Willis, by the way, is the point guard on the Pittsburgh basketball team. And this one she hits back to the pitcher's circle. And Paisley Brown fields it handily and over to Addison Woodall at first base for the putout. So 1 out, nobody on. Top of the order, MC Lawton.
Number 11, shortstop, MC Lawton.
Lawton made a couple of nice plays in the field there in the bottom of the first inning to finally bring that huge inning for the Lady Cats, which was, 7 runs to an end. And the pitch is hit into right field, and Claire Thompson having a tough time with the sun there, and it gets past her into the corner. And on at second base with a double, MC Lawton. Again, the right fielder, also the second baseman and first baseman are looking into the sun here.
Now,
early in the evening, late in the afternoon, and Claire Thompson really fighting the sun on that one. And it falls in for what we will score as a double. Now Madison Smith, the catcher, with a runner at second base and 1 out. Lady Cats up 13-1. And the pitch in here by Paisley Brown is high for a ball. That was an off-speed pitch. Lady Cats giving her a little gap in left center field. Here's a looper to third base, and making the play going to her left is Baylor Boatman. Nice running catch by the Lady Cat third baseman. And so 2 outs and still a runner at second base.
12, the designated player, Brody Combs.
Brody Combs now, the hitter. By the way, Madison Smith, who just put out by Baylor Boatman. Here's a pitch for a strike to Combs. Madison Smith in the first inning hit a home run to left field for Pittsburgh. And a solid shot it was, just to the left of the scoreboard. Now this is an 0-1 count. Paisley Brown into the wide, and pitch is fouled to the right side on the roof. Maybe you could hear it. And the count is 1-2. Paisley Brown, just a freshman, right-hander. Wind over the cap, we would say in baseball, but brings her hands up over her head, and the pitch is in there for strike 2. 1-2. Runner at second base, 2 out. 13-1, Lady Cat lead. And a swing and a miss, and that is strike 3. And that's the inning for the Pittsburgh Lady Pirates. They get no runs, 1 base hit. They leave that runner, MC Lawton, at second base. Going to the bottom of the third, and the Lady Cats can bring this thing to a conclusion if they, in fact, they probably will. Will we even bat, Tony, come to think of it? Do we go to the bottom of the third?
Yes, we need 3 runs. We have to get 16-1. You have to get up 15.
Win by 15. Got it. Okay, so it's a 15-run rule.
Yep.
We'll be looking for 2 more runs for the Lady Cats.
3.
To make it 15.
We got to get to 16.
Right, to make it a 15-run lead. All right, so Lady Cat softball continues after this on KSST. Lady Cat softball on KSST, brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Masco Equipment, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, Hooten's Hardware, CPI Technologies, 903 Farm and Feed by the Railroad Tracks, and the University Interscholastic League. Lady Cats with a 13-1 lead going to the bottom of the third. and need, as Tony pointed out, 3 runs to make it a 15-run lead, and that would bring the game to an end.
We got a big crowd out here. It keeps. We started an hour early, so not everybody knew it, but it turned into a fairly nice day. Bright sunshine, and a big crowd out here.
This was originally scheduled as a 6 p.m. start, but we learned early today that the game was going to start at 5 because Pittsburg does not have a JV team, and so they decided to start the game early at 5 o'clock. First pitch to Addison Woodall, the freshman first baseman, hit hard foul outside of first. It's 0-1. Tony, we were commenting during the break. She reminds us so much of Abby Goldsmith,
absolutely,
who was the first baseman the past couple of seasons, maybe the past 3 seasons, left-handed batter. And Abby has graduated, but Woodall drives one out of here to right center field, showing tremendous power. That was a majestic shot.
Center fielder just took about 2 steps and turned back to the infield. She knew that was just a waste of time.
The freshman hits one high over the right center field fence. That cleared the fence by 50 feet, I think.
Yeah, it was good when that was well struck. I mean, with today's batting or bats and so forth, 200 feet, you get to thinking about it as if you hit the ball in the barrel and get some angle to it, it's going. Here comes Jersey Fowler in as a sub for Claire Thompson.
Okay. Jersey Fowler, and this ball hit past the shortstop on the ground into left center field for a base hit.
Didn't waste any time getting a hit there.
So we have that as the second home run of the season for Addison Woodall.
Left fielder number 6, KK Montgomery.
Again, just a freshman, Woodall. And she was a 500 hitter coming into the game, Tony, 22 for 44.
I've heard some stuff about her. I know her great-grandmother and stuff, her grandmother, and well, they may be a little biased, but I've heard some good stuff.
Well, I'm believing it. Here's a ball hit.
Fair ball.
Inside the bag at third base by KK Montgomery. And that will go for a single as the left fielder Kenley Willis comes in quickly to make the play.
That wasn't hit real well, but it was perfectly hit, went directly over the bag.
Montgomery had a double and 2 RBIs in the first inning, sacrifice fly in the second, and now this single, so she's 2 for 2 with 3 RBI. Now Braylee Blevins comes up. Blevins is 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Runners at first and second, nobody out. 14-1. Lady Cats with the lead. Here's a pitch in the dirt, gets away. And the runners move up to second and third.
So now a base hit ends the ball game.
Jersey Fowler, just a freshman, goes to third base, and KK Montgomery to second base. 1-0 the count to Braylee Blevins, and pitches high up around the shoulders, but Blevins goes after it and hits it foul down to the Lady Cats dugout on the third baseline.
They're just used to speed, and this looks like batting practice to them now, so they're reaching a little bit.
Blevins a .381 hitter with 16 base hits coming in. 3 doubles, 2 triples, 10 RBIs for the Lady Cat Junior. This is still a young team.
It is we've got some good future coming on.
Pitch in the dirt.
2-1. That's the thing. These fans need to get behind both the Lady Cats and the baseball team. We're going some places this year and in the playoffs both sides.
Pitch is hit into right center field. That may drop. It does. Here comes a run from third base. And KK coming around from second base. They both score. And that should end the ball game then on that base hit by Braylee Blevins. 2 RBIs.
Well, the umpire is dusting it off, so maybe they've agreed to play. I don't know.
Now hitting number 11, shortstop.
Makes it 16
to 1.
16-1.
So I really don't know why we're playing now, but we are.
Gracie Thompson hits it to right field, and coming on the right fielder, Shayna Martinez, to make the play. And that's the first out of the inning. Doing a good job of fighting off the sun, which may not be quite as much of a problem now as it gets a little bit lower as it was about half an hour ago.
Yeah.
Allison Frazier, the hitter, number 9 hitter in the batting order, runner at first base, pitch in the dirt for ball 1 from Merrick Rolston, who came on in relief of Branna Pilgrim. I wonder if Branna Pilgrim is related to the Pilgrim Pride folks there in Pittsburg.
I don't know. She may live in that big house.
Pitch is hit foul down the third base line.
I think that's 1-1, but they hadn't moved it.
Pilgrim popped out to shortstop in the first. RBI single and scored in the second. Right-handed batter, and she hits this one sharply past the third baseman and the shortstop into left field for a base hit.
Well hit ball. They're putting the barrel on the ball today.
Now hitting for the Lady Cats, number 7, second baseman Baylor Boatman.
And it's the top of the order, Baylor Boatman, the third baseman for the Lady Cats. Right-handed batter facing the right-handed pitcher for Pittsburg. Ball on the ground, 2 hops to short, play to third for the force. Nice play there by...
The shortstop's shown some good mechanics.
Yes, she has. Yes, she has.
Two outs, still got runners at first and second.
Hannah Speed, the hitter for Sulphur Springs.
Designated player, Hannah Speed.
Designated player today. And the pitch is way up high for a ball. Speed homered in the first. Ball probably wind aided out to left field, but she doesn't need the wind most of the time. Here's a looping pitch way up high over the headgear for a ball. Ball 2. Speed out, grounded out to shortstop to end the first inning, and then singled in the second. So she is 2 for 3. And she swings at this one, and a fly ball to center field, and over the head of the center fielder. She misjudged it, I would say. And
yeah, she just didn't judge the wind. 2 runs come in.
2 runs coming in to score here. Hannah Speed
Next
to
up,
second
number
base
2,
with a
the
double.
catcher, Shaylee Friddle.
2 RBIs. Shaylee Friddle coming up for the Lady Cats with 2 out. And 1 on. That's Hannah Speed. And mercy. This is 18-1 ball game now. Fly ball to right field, and the right fielder looked like she had a bead on it, but she dropped it. Again, I think the sun was a problem
that's what
there.
I was fixing to say.
Speed comes in to score. Friddle, we'll go ahead and give her credit for a single.
Now hitting
Got an
number 20,
RBI.
first baseman Addison Woodall.
And now Addison Woodall, who led off the inning not that long ago in terms of the clock itself, but she led off with a home run, and now she is batting for the second time this inning as the Lady Cats have batted around. 19-1?
Yep. I think it's time to step off again, get that third out.
Allison Woodall, she is 3 for 3. And this one hit sharply just outside the bag at first base, and didn't miss by much.
Nope, that was hit hard, too.
Just a freshman.
And what, number 22 in the state? I think you're not. Because I think we were as high as 8.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all. I don't get that. I think that I agree with you. I think that number 22 ranking is underestimating the Lady Cats pretty
Somebody's
severely.
paying some money.
Now I see that Community is ranked number 5, and Lindale is number 7 in our area. Pitch to Woodall is an off-speed pitch away for a ball. Count is 1-1.
I've got it at 2-2.
Well, trust in the
Here
scoreboard.
comes one of them. They got it as 1 ball and 3 strikes. So.
Woodall swings and pops it up into left field, and the left fielder, Kenley Willis, coming on to make the catch. And will we go to the 4th inning here? Maybe we will.
I don't know what they're going to do.
Is that not?
They're acting
that's
like
not a firm rule, then, huh?
I don't know.
19-1 is our score, and ordinarily there's a 15-run rule, but apparently not tonight.
Since it's district, it could be 10 runs after 4. I know it's going to be 10 after 4.
So we'll go to the 4th inning, apparently, with the Lady Cats up 19-1, and this is Lady Cat softball on KSST. 19-1, Sulphur Springs over Pittsburg here at Lady Cats Park. And we are going to the top of the 4th inning. Lady Cats taking their time about coming out onto the field here.
There's Fowler coming up. She may be going to pitch. Number 14. I've heard she's a pitcher. So I don't know what's going on there. We're fixing to look.
Fowler is a Lady Cat pitcher.
No, she put her a visor instead of her mask. So looks like we're going to stay with Brown, number 20, who's done a good job, or number 10. So I'm going to say Fowler's coming into third base for Boatman, because Goldsmith or Gracie Thompson, you should. I'm in there. She's in my head now.
Yeah.
Gracie Thompson's still at third.
Stoker.
Boatman's moving to second. So
Okay,
Blevins
Gracie
is out.
Yeah, Gracie Thompson is at third, which is she has been at short.
Okay.
I wonder if that's Hannah playing.
Fowler's at first then. We'll see. We're going to start out with Stoker, and the first pitch is a shot to third. Gracie does her normal catch it and throw it before you can even announce it. That girl has the quickest release. That ball was hit fairly good, and she just scooped it up and threw a perfect strike.
Baseman Addie Castaneda.
So too many defensive movements to say it. But quite a bit going. So now we got number 9, Addie Castaneda, the first baseman. First pitch is up and in. Top of 4, 19-1. I'm assuming if they don't score 9, this ball game's over, but we would have thought it might already been over. Here comes the next pitch.
Hannah Speed is at shortstop.
Jersey
Okay.
Fowler now playing first base.
Ball was fouled out of play over the screen, 1-1. They've probably been in there begging coach to let them come out and play. At the wind, here's 1-1. There's a ball hit slow to Gracie. She comes in, little low, but she throws it over there. So we got 5-3, and Fowler, the left-hander, went down and got that one just like she knew what she was doing. That's another thing. 2 of our pitchers, to my knowledge, we got left-handed pitchers.
Second baseman.
And then you
Brindley
got the best
Langford.
pitcher in the district by far in Hannah. So 2 outs, and Brindley Langford, the center fielder, coming up. There's a pitch fouled off to the right, out of play. And I look out across the field, and I don't know how many freshmen there are, but there's not a one that looks like a freshman.
Right.
They all look to be like about junior.
Yeah, they're
as
all
far as
polished.
athletically.
Polished players.
Yeah.
Mhm. As you say, they've played a lot of softball.
They've done weights or training, whatever. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Down and in, 1-1.
We haven't mentioned it, but here recently, head coach David Carrillo won his 600th game.
I saw that.
As the Lady Cats head coach.
Quite an accomplishment. That's quite a lengthy career. There's a ball jammed to center field. I'm assuming that's Frazier still out there, and that's the third out there. So that's an F8, and it looks like we're lining up now. So that's going to be the end of the ball game. So 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the top of the 4th inning. And the Lady Cats wrap this one up in easy fashion, 19-1 in 3.5 innings.
So we'll come back and wrap this up when Lady Cat softball continues after this on KSST. Lady Cats win at 19-1 over the Pittsburg Lady Pirates here tonight. A run rule win after 3.5 innings. And going the distance as the pitcher for the Lady Cats, Paisley Brown, the freshman. And that kind of gets overlooked in the onslaught, but a really terrific pitching effort by the freshman, Paisley Brown. And as Tony has mentioned a couple of times, got some freshmen that are making a big contribution here.
So that makes 4 pitchers that I'm aware of, because you got Fowler, the freshman, with Brown. Then you've got the left-hander that played first base, Woodall.
Right.
She pitches, and then we just happen to have the MVP of the district that didn't have to do anything.
Hannah Speed.
So pitching is a blessing for us this year.
Yeah. So in a 19-1 game, we'll just hit some of the highlights. Hannah Speed homered, and Allison Woodall, one of those freshmen that we were talking about, homered for the Lady Cats.
Yep.
Speed 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Shaylee Friddle, Tony, was 4 for 4 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Addison Woodall, previously mentioned, 3 for 4 with a home run, and that was a prodigious homer to right center field.
Probably the best hit ball of the night.
Oh, yeah, easily. Brayley Blevins was 3 for 3 with an RBI and scored 3 runs, and it goes on and on. So just an onslaught. I think you said you counted 18 hits.
That's what I got.
For the Lady Cats. Pittsburg actually had a lead in this ball game. They led 1-0 in the top of the first when Madison Smith homered to left field, but only got 2 more runners on base the rest of the way as Paisley Brown, the freshman, did a masterful job, and Hannah Speed got the evening off as a pitcher. She did play at shortstop in the last inning for the Lady Cats. So, Lady Cats now 16-5 for the season. They will be 2-0 in district play. As we've said, they are ranked 22nd in 4A softball in the state. Their next game is Friday night at North Lamar.
That could be decent. That's North Lamar may be about the next best. I don't know between them and Pleasant Grove.
And we told you earlier that the Wildcat baseball team has a very big game tonight at Texarkana Pleasant Grove, starting in about half an hour or so. We'll make it 40 minutes against the Pleasant Grove Hawks. Both of those teams atop the district. Neither has lost a district game. Sulphur Springs is 3-0. Pleasant Grove is 2-0. Pleasant Grove got all the way to the state championship game last year, but Sulphur Springs beat Pleasant Grove 2 out of 3 games.
2 times in the last week of the season.
So that is going to be a very big game tonight. It'll be really interesting to see how that comes out. And the Wildcats are off on Friday evening.
And Pleasant Grove comes in. Oh, yeah, the Wildcats. Lady Cats, like you said, are at North Lamar Friday and then back here for Pleasant Grove a week from today.
And I know the baseball team has a game on that night as well at home, so we're going to have to make a decision about which game we will broadcast that night, whether it will be Wildcat baseball or Lady Cat softball, and we will let you know as the time gets closer. So Wildcats and Lady Cats baseball, softball brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Masco Equipment, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, Hooten's Hardware, CPI Technologies, 903 Farm and Feed by the Railroad Tracks, and the University Interscholastic League. James Terry, our producer in the KSST studios, with some help this evening from Matt Jansen. Matt Jansen, our technical director. Tony Flippin, of course, our expert commentator and also play-by-play man for Lady Cat softball and Wildcat baseball. 19-1 over Pittsburg. The Lady Cats win it in this game that started an hour earlier than it said on the schedule, so we're getting out early tonight. Big win for the Lady Cats. I'm John Mark Dempsey, and we say goodnight from Lady Cats Park.